Alright, here I am on the eastern coast, my eastern studio. I am at an honor roll, in front of an honor roll, the 1st Ward, Hanover Green, in Hanover Township, Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. I'm going to attempt to talk over the traffic behind me. If I pause, it's because, well, I forgot my train of thought, or I am waiting for a car to go by. Now this 1st Ward honor roll honors the men and later on some women that are at it down below. But this was put up originally for World War II veterans. I want you to take 3 things from this. While I'm talking here, just want you to look at these names if you can see them. I want you to take 3 things from this. First off, immigration. Second off, people who built this country. And third, our president. That would be Donald J. Trump. A little bit of history here. My history. This is located in the corner of the Hanover Green Elementary School. I spent 6.5 years at that school. And this honor roll was always here when we played in the schoolyard, but we really didn't know anything about this. And I wish somebody had told us. We probably wouldn't be interested as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, but I wish somebody communicated to us what this was all about. This is kind of sacred ground. It was kind of off limits. We never played over here. Now, just up the road in Buttonwood is another honor roll. And that honor roll has my name on it and the names of my 3 uncles who were born and raised in that part of the township. Let's see if I can follow some of these names down and you can read them while I'm talking. These are children and grandchildren of immigrants who came to this country for a better life. Look at these names: Polish, Russian, Ukrainian, Lithuanian, Irish, English, Welsh, German. Probably find a couple Greek names here. Italian. Probably some Scandinavian names. But the Scandinavian peoples typically did not come to this part of the country. This is coal mining country, or I should say former coal mining country. Anthracite coal mines. You're not going to find any coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania anymore. They have gone. But at one time, there was hundreds of thousands of men employed in the mines of northeastern Pennsylvania. And again, the parents of these individuals came to this part of the world, to this part of the country, to work in those coal mines. These are the children and grandchildren of people who built this country. I often wonder, as I look at these names, and let me point out here, see one here, let me use my handy dandy pointer. You see that look right there? Where am I at here? It's not showing up in the camera. Oh, there it is, maybe. There we go. You see that little star right there? That's somebody who did not return from World War II. That's somebody whose remains are either in a cemetery, an early death, or maybe are in a cemetery in Europe or the South Pacific. I wonder if these names, these individuals, their parents did not come here. I wonder if we would have the manpower to fight World War II. If we have the manpower to produce what we needed to produce to win that war. That's the last noble war. I don't know if you could call any war noble, but we had a goal, we had an achievement. Now I'm not downplaying any of these names down on the bottom here or on the next honor roll. They were at it later on. Some people that fought in joined the military. I'm not downplaying them at all. It's just that these names are names of every ethnic group in Europe you could find here. Slovak, Slovenian, Austrian, Hungarian, Romanian. These are large families. My mother had 6 in her family. My father had 10. And again, think about it. Just think about, would these people, if these people did not come to this country, would we have won that war? It is immigration that has made this country great. Made this country prosperous. Who would have mined the coal? Who would have worked in the steel mills, the slaughterhouses? That's what these people did. That's what these immigrants came here, worked on the high plains of the Midwest, upper Midwest. But I'm only speaking, of course, for Northeast Pennsylvania here. I know coal mines, and up in Scranton, Lackawanna County, there were some steel mills. Well, look at these names again. Every ethnic group you can imagine. Joneses. 1, 2, 3 Joneses right there. Kaminsky. Karpinski. Wow. And these names ring true. Steve. Last name Steve. These names ring true to me because I grew up with probably the great-grandchildren of the parents of these people. Or maybe grandchildren. Maybe the grandchildren. So, again, if these people did not come to this country, would we have been able to win World War II? Would this country be as great as it is? Now, another point I like to make, the last point I guess, there's one name that you will not find on this honor roll. And again, it's an honor roll because these men, most of these men came back. There's one name you won't find on the honor roll up the road. Oh, and before I get to that, I also wanted to mention, when I was a kid, we had a Memorial Day parade, and we started about up the road where that other honor roll is. It wasn't there at the time. That honor roll is much younger than this one. But we started up there and paraded down to this. I had no idea what it was all about. We just paraded. We were told to get in there and parade, and we did. And there's a picture of me, maybe 8 years old, 9 years old, in some very patriotic pants with vertical red, white, and blue stripes. I wish I could attach it to this video, but I don't have it with me right now. It's in my location of my Western studio on the West Coast. Not really the West Coast, but West. Anyway, that's kind of a subtle humor there because, you know, this is low tech here. But there is one name you will not find on any honor roll in the United States, and that name is Trump. Because for 150 years, the Trump family has been very good at evading military service. To the best of my knowledge, there has been no Trump in the military. Bone spurs. That was their excuse. The bone spurs my ass. How many of these young men here lied to get into the military? Stole their older brother's ID or hid their medical condition merely to get in and fight for the noble cause. And I can't understand how anyone who served in the military or is currently serving in the military can have any amount of respect for our current president. Now, I understand he's the commander-in-chief and you have to, by law, respect him. But he wasn't commander-in-chief in 2016 when he was running for election. I don't know how anyone who has any kind of military experience would vote for this man again. And just so you know, I did not vote for Donald Trump, and I did not vote for Hillary Clinton. So if you're thinking that I'm some kind of bleeding heart liberal, guess what? You're wrong. Alright. How about a moment of silence while I go over these names once again? Of course, it won't be silent because I'm talking again, but cars are going by, but just look at these names. Look at these names. These guys are all did their duty, and they deservingly have a place on this honor roll. I hope this honor roll lasts for 1,000 years. One more scroll down this added honor roll. Maybe I can do a little bit better this time. Thank you for watching. My name is Rich, and I approve of this video.